Hi, we are Team Question Mark. I am Sarah and this is Ashley, and we are doing a research project on age group versus credit card debt. And we'll start out with our survey.
Alright, so we did a survey of 10 questions, handed them out to 31 people. We asked what their age group was. We had 10 in the age group of 18 to 28, 3 in the age group of 29 to 39, 4 40 to 50, 8 51 to 61, and 6 62 plus. Then we asked them if they have a credit card and how many. We had a very small section say that they didn't have any credit cards. The majority of them said they had 3 or 4, and a couple did say they had 5 or more credit cards. Alright, we asked them on average how much of a balance do they hold on their credit cards total. Most of them pay off their credit card each month, and then the majority of them after that said they have under $2,000, which is really good. We had nobody say they had more than 5,000. We asked them what they use their credit cards for. We had 6 people use their cards for major purchases only. We had 7 for emergencies, 7 just for everyday purchases, and then the majority of them, 11 people used it for a combination of the above. We asked them how old they were when they first acquired a credit card. The majority of people acquired it when they were 16 to 18 or 18 to 20. Only a very small portion of them were 24 to 30, and then there was a few between 20 and 22. Alright, we asked them if they have ever made a purchase knowing that they would not be able to pay back the balance in a timely manner. Majority of them said no, but we did have a couple people say yes. And then we also asked them if they were ever instructed or taught about financial obligations, saving, budgeting, dollar value, etc. A lot of people said yes, and a couple said no. Pertaining to the last question, we asked if they thought that the teaching or lack thereof about money influenced their decision to get a credit card or not. Most people said yes, but there was some that said no. So education kind of influences getting credit cards. In today's economy, do you feel that you would be able to live comfortably without the dependency of a credit card? A lot of people said yes, which is good because a lot of people need to rethink using their credit cards sometimes, but we did have some say no. Our last question, we asked if they thought there was a growing problem in today's society with credit card use. Only about 50% of them said there was a growing problem. We had some interesting answers. Some people said people use them too much. They didn't know about it or didn't pay close attention to it. It's terrible for younger people. It will spiral out of control or be a huge problem. Some people said they never want to get caught up in it. And some people said if it's under control, it'll be okay, but it can really get out of control. There was a person that said people need to buy what they can pay off, and people should get credit cards to boost their credit. Also, we had somebody say that people need to live within their means and find other ways to pay for stuff instead of using a credit card.
Okay, and then we did a little bit of some scholarly research. Just found some statistics, and Americans make up only 5% of the world's population, but we consume nearly a quarter of the world's resources. That just goes to show that we do desire to have more, and for many people it leads to careless spending and insurmountable debt. A possible reason, though, that credit card usage is becoming an issue is college students are tending to use them for tuition, books, and other elements for education, instead of searching for a personal loan or student loan that are meant directly for tuition. And 64% of people ages 35 to 44 in the upper middle income bracket carry at least one credit card, and the median balance on that is $3,000. The payoff rate of younger credit card holders was 24 percentage points lower than their parents and 77 points lower than their grandparents. One statistic we found was people born between 1980 and 1984 have on average $5,689 more debt than their parents at their same stage of life. And in 2006, there were 173 million credit card holders in the U.S. And globally, there's 1.5 billion credit cards in use. And finally, for our own personal research, we created a regression analysis. First off, we created a chart that, since we didn't ask for specific ages or specific debt amounts, we set them to a uniform median age for each group. So it breaks down into these categories, and as you can see, the line of best fit breaks down to the y equals negative 8.974x plus 1095 plus 3. On the r-squared value is equal to 0.0451. Since it is fairly close to 0, we can tell that there's not a complete correlation between these two pieces of information, age versus debt level. However, since there is somewhat of a slope still on that line, there is, as we can see, a negative correlation between the two. So this is just the conclusion from the graph. And then here is the summary output for the regression analysis that we completed in Excel. And the regression equation that we can draw from that summary is y equals negative 0.005025550 times x plus 46.53426249. We completed two hypotheses, and the null is that there is a linear relationship between x and y, which is the p-value is not equal to 0, or the alternative is there is no linear relationship between x and y, and that would be the p-value is equal to 0. Since from the summary output we see that our p-value is 0.251400686, we can accept that the null is correct and that there is a linear relationship between x and y because the p-value isn't actually 0. However, at a 50% or more confidence level, the alpha is higher than the p-value. Therefore, we couldn't completely conclude that there is a proven linear relationship between x and y. And so we've concluded that there must be other variables more likely to result in a greater relationship. So overall, our solution is just that we just need to put education out there for younger people, let them know about the basics of budget, dollar worth, and the potential harms of credit card use.
There's some sources that we use to find all of our information, some scholarly articles, some newspaper articles, and
That's it.
that's it.
Thank you very much.